All right, scholars. So last time in our last geometry video, I told you that I would do another one and I would do some of the word problems or math problems for geometry in your math workbook with you so you can see them. So I want to do that today, but I want to start by reviewing a little bit of what we did in the last geometry video, okay? So that you can keep building on your learning and growing. All right, scholars, I miss you. Okay, so we had some little hints for your three main angles that I showed you last geometry video. We said that the small one was, oh, it was so cute. And that was our hint that is the acute angle, okay? Our smallest angle. All right, so which one of these? Here's our L-shaped one. We know this one's our big one. Here, I'll show you that symbolism for the angles that you'll see. We talked about that. And then this one, our L-shaped one, it always has the box. And then the tiny one, must be this one. Tiny little angle right there. It's our acute, okay? So you remember that. And that one that has the L shape, has that L shape and it has that little box symbol in it. Sometimes we said it was always 90 degrees. That is our right angle. Okay, and one of the little hints you can use for that is saying something like, standing straight up or something like that, or going straight out and remembering the little box and the L shape, things like that. But that is your right angle. And the big guy, we had the little hint. We said that the name of this angle starts with an O. So we talked about this angle being over large. This is our obtuse angle, our big angle. Okay, so remember those. Don't forget them. You're going to need to keep knowing and remembering those for your math learning. So, we talked about, let me zoom in here and focus. I want to see as much of this as you can, okay? And I said that I would show you because they're gonna ask you to use what you know about the sides, where the sides are. Those are the lines. I'm putting lines on the side. Lines on the side of the shape, okay? Your sides. So I talked about that they might, in math, you might have to use what you know about the sides and the angles to identify different shapes. So I just want to take you through this just like we would do in class, scholars. Do some of it together just so you're seeing it, say it and hear it and learning it so that you have what you need and you're ready to go for third grade. All right. So sides and angles, you will see something like this, scholars. This is from your math workbook. You will see questions like, how many sides and how many angles does the shape have? So then you would just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 sides. I always count twice. Sometimes when you're looking at the lines, they just look like they're connected or you could miss one. So I always count twice. And then angles, using that little symbolism that we use for angle, the little arch. I draw that on the angles first so that I can see and that I can count, okay? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 angles, okay? So this one, same thing for iReady. They might have you count sides and angles for a shape. Let's do one more, okay? Let's do the sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 sides and angles. I'm gonna use my arches so that I can see. I don't miscount, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one has 5 sides and 5 angles. Don't make the mistake of always thinking that the shape has the same amount of sides as it does angles. Go through, count, take your time, check your work, scholars. All right, so there's some questions like that you'll see. We talked about because the shapes, different shapes have, I wonder if this light will help. Yes, yes, okay. Yes, yes, class. Yes, I miss you guys. Hold on a second. Let me zoom in some more, teacher. Okay, So remember I said that knowing how many sides and how many angles, corners, that information about the shapes helps you classify the shape or put it into a category. So you have your quadrilaterals, where that's a shape that has 4 sides. You have your hexagons, it has 6 sides, your triangles, it has 3, and your pentagon, penta meaning 5, it has 5 sides. So on this worksheet, scholars, when you see the worksheets or questions like this, you're going to use what you know about counting your sides and angles, and then however many sides and angles that shape has, you put it in the correct category. So if it has 4 sides, let's count this one: 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sides and 1, 2, 3, 4 angles. Then it's a quadrilateral, and I'm going to put quad. Okay, so you classify it, put it in that category as a quadrilateral, even though it's a diamond, or could be a square if you change, the angle, but it still goes in the category of being a quadrilateral. Okay, so know that if this was a rectangle, it's still, that shape would still be a rectangle, but it could go in the shape category of a quadrilateral because it has 4 sides and 4 angles. So know that too, scholars. That part kind of gets confusing, but just keep thinking about that idea that it could go in a shape category, and it could have a specific shape name. Okay, so awesome. This one here, I know is a triangle because you may know and you see, oh, that's a triangle. It's a common shape, right? But also too, it has the 3 sides and the 3 angles. And you can see those and count those: 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 angles. Okay, so I'm just going to put try. So here you're labeling, you're counting your sides and angles, you're classifying, okay? And this one: 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2, 3, 4 angles, okay? See that? And so 4 sides and 4 angles. We said that we did one like that already. It is a quadrilateral. I want to do one of each. Right here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 angles. That is the penta. Remember when I said penta means 5, so that's a pentagon. I'm just putting penta or pin, so that works. Okay. Triangle, quadrilateral, pentagon, hexagon. That has 6 sides and 6 angles. So let's look here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 6 angles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's our hexagon. Okay? So you can use those sides and angles to classify shapes. They might have they give you the name or the category of the shape, and then you draw it. So I could use what I know. I know that a quadrilateral has 4 sides. I can even use this. I know it has 4 sides and 4 angles. So I'm going to draw a shape that has 4 sides and 4 angles. And off the top of my head, I know that a square has 4 sides and 4 angles. And a rectangle does too. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then my angles, right angles. Squares and rectangles, they always have right angle, scholars. Okay? So they might give you the name or the category of the shape and have you draw it. Okay? So there's stuff like that. Remember in our last video, we talked about parallelograms. Those lines that if they, and I used the example of parking, okay? Their space in between them going in a straight direction, or even if they're slanted like this, still kind of going forward in a straight path, in a straight direction. Space in between, they will not cross if they keep going in that same direction. They're not connected in any way, okay? So remember what those look like, because they will have you identify shapes that have parallel lines as well. It could be this one, scholars, this line is shorter than this line, but it's still a set of parallel lines. They're still not connected. They have that space in between. They're going in that straight path. And if they continue in that path, they will not cross. So parallels, lines. This is something that I did not show you in that first geometry video. Okay, a cube, and I just want you to see it. Know what it is. It's called a cube. We played with Rubik's cubes a lot in class during free time, so you guys have seen a little bit about what a cube is or what it looks like. So know that that's that shape that we did not get to talk about. It's a three-dimensional shape, scholars. The other shapes that we've reviewed are two-dimensional. So please know that the cube is three-dimensional, scholars. Okay, and it has those same idea. It has sides and it has angles. Okay. All right. So I wanted you to see that, and then you might have to draw a cube too, and so that's something fun to learn. Look at teacher. I don't remember how to draw a cube, but I remember when I was in school, there was this little trick that people use that if you like do lines or something like what you just saw me do, and then you connect them, that you could draw a cube somehow. See, I'm still not so bad, not so good either, but something like that. So you can practice learning how to draw a cube as well. Okay, so you know what it is. Awesome, scholars. Next video, we're going to get in a little bit where we'll have those common shapes, and we're going to start sectioning them off because you guys are going to get into fractions. So have an awesome weekend. Thank you so much that you do. Teacher misses you. Bye.